Development is like a wildfire. Nothing can stop it. Today's bush, tomorrow's paradise. Cradle World International new price alert. Cradle Estate Abara is now selling at 650,000 naira per plot. It's a 1-minute drive from the RSU Faculty of Agriculture near Stella Maris University. Features: dry land suitable for investment, event center, well-designed layout, good road network, shopping mall and more. Documentation: deed of conveyance, registered survey plan, no agency fee, no bush entry and no family wahala. Office address: Number 19A Old Aba Road, Caterpillar House, Romamasi, Port Harcourt. Office line 0808-112-3481 or 0810-479-1824. That is 0808-112-3481 or 0810-479-1824. Cradle World International. Today's bush, tomorrow's paradise.
My name is Reverend Dr. Blessed Emmanuel, a pastor with Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion in Diocese of Niger Delta North. I got into contact with Cradle World through the Facebook, and I had to put a call. They booked me for appointment just the following day. When I went there, their services were good, wonderful. When I saw the size, Cradle Estate, I was moved to pay up. And I took some plots from them, and they did everything but the registration process free. I didn't pay, and it was so wonderful. I think they are very sincere. They are very, very heartwarming. I think I love their service. See the documents here presented. Even before the time, they gave me 2 weeks. Within 1 week, the documents are all ready. So I'm just ready to develop the place. The property now. My conclusion is that people should trust them, and if you need a land, at least near that university, they have a lot, and their services are cute. You will not regret. Thank you.
All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, my name is Omar J So Alfred, and I'm seeing the Swag King. I'm the boss of all bosses. I happens to be among the very most innocent guys on the face of planet Earth. Like Julius Caesar, I tell people, I came, I saw, and of course, I conquer, because the street refused to go to church. I made up my mind I was definitely going to take the church to the street. Not only that, we may have cried with a whole lot of swag. First of its kind in the South region is the Real Estate TV, and of course my name is Omar J So Alfred, and this is Discovering the Gold Mine in Real Estate with the boss of all bosses. Before I introduce my guests to you, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to go on a very short break, so go nowhere. I'll be right back shortly. Welcome back from the short break. In case you're just joining us, don't forget this is Discovering the Gold Mine in Real Estate. And of course, my guest for today, he is no other person but Apostle Tony Ikalama. How is everything, sir?
Thank you, Omar J So.
All right, today on Discovering the Gold Mine in Real Estate, we are looking at how secured is real estate. Okay, we've seen a scenario where a lot of persons have been careful to invest in real estate. For people like you that have been into that have been investing into real estate for a very long time. First of all, let's start. What is real estate to you, and how secured is real estate?
Now, just as the name implies, real is not apparent.
Okay.
Real is what you can see, what you can behold.
All right.
So A real estate investment is all about planning your financial future.
Okay.
Now, the Bible talks about take no thought for tomorrow, what you shall eat or drink.
Okay.
So that is about talking about eat or drinking, because man just wants to satisfy himself. But financial planning, every businessman is in financial investment. You must plan. And when you come to real estate, it's one of the so-called high pedigree in respect to certainty, which if you invest your money into, you can see, because you have seen the land is physical, is real, it's not apparent. So if you invest your money, land over time, we've learned that land does not depreciate. It keeps appreciating. It has no relationship with the inflow of per capita income of a country, where you now say the naira is falling, the dollar is high. No, it does not affect it. It does not affect it. When you buy a land, it becomes stable. So it's a stable investment that will yield increase of profit over time for you. So if you want peace of mind, invest in real estate.
Okay. All right. Now you said it is stable investment that return that gives you back a return over time. And over time, meaning when you invest in real estate, you don't need to get worried according to you. But have these securities. Now let's look at the security of real estate. How secure is real estate?
Now, first and foremost, when you want to do real estate, if it's when you talk about individual, the individual do not look at it as a real estate.
Okay.
But when it involves a corporate body,
all right,
a corporate body, then you now say you're going to real estate investment. Now, the corporate body must first be registered with our CAC.
Okay.
We're talking about security procedures now.
Yeah.
Now, they take you to the venue, the land in question, and you have an overview of the land. Now, the real estate people don't just go. So you, the individual, also has to do 1 or 2 checks.
Okay.
You know, this real estate, have they secured this land officially? Yes, I'm going to show you some documentation.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about honesty now.
Right.
We're talking about honesty, but we're talking about security.
Yeah.
When you talk about security, you have to talk about honesty.
Okay.
Also, in the book of Deuteronomy 19:14, it says, in all your undertaking, be honest.
Okay.
So in real estate, you see undertakings. They undertake the land, secure the land for the company in order to give out to the individual, to make sure the individual is safe.
Okay.
Because so many individuals have also gone to get land and they find out they fall into the wrong hands.
All right.
So real estate makes it one step higher, one step better in terms of securing the land. So if you look at security and you get there, okay, this place is owned by these people. Now they also help you, the real estate, the company also helps you to make sure that your deed and whatever and physical security presence to avoid encroachment and to avoid embarrassment is also gathered and governed for you by them. So also the security, again, when we look at security for real estate, you check. Not every real estate company you need to invest in.
Oh, wow.
You must also need to know the profile of the real estate, because a company does involve. Are they genuine? Okay. Are they real? As the name implies, real. Are they also real? So when you find out all this and you get your, like for instance, we'll talk about your Cradle World. We'll talk about Cradle World. Yes, we've been with them. We find out that they are genuine and they are real. So if you want to deal with Cradle World, yes, you have that security, because security is also money. Okay. You understand? Security is money, because if security is not attached to your investment will lose. Will collapse. That's why we talk about insurance. You know, in business, when you invest your money, you look at insurance, you bring in insurance. Yeah. So for Cradle World, I can say to you that they are more guaranteed and we'll pencil them to be one of the best when it comes to real estate. Wow. So in real estate, there must be security of investment. Okay. And when there's security of investment, then you can count on Cradle World. Okay.
Okay. Now we're seeing on the how secured is real estate. Is it advisable to buy a piece of land from Omolile? Okay, now when they call it Omolile, like tout, like let me not use the word tout. If I use the word tout, look at civis. Okay, like buying a land from individual. Let me use that word. Is it more secured to buy a land from an individual than buying it from a real estate company?
No. If you ask me, I'll say it's more secured buying a land from a real estate company than individual.
Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages?
Yes. Now, the advantages of this is, One, the individual is not recognized anywhere,
Okay.
but the real estate is as follow due process of registration with the CAC.
Oh.
So they are easily identified and located when you want them.
Okay.
Then, if you buy from an individual and anything goes wrong, you start running from one chief to the other, from one elder to the other to bring these perpetrators to book.
Okay.
But if it's a real estate, they already registered with the CAC. So what do? You file a case. You go to court. Now, the real estate not only, if you sue them, they not only pay you for what you paid for, but also for your loss and for the time. So you are sure, as the name implies, real. You are sure of dealing with real people.
Wow.
Now, in informative of a company, in informative of an organization, not the individual. They said two, or even even in the Bible said where 2 or 3 are gathered. So in the real estate, you have 2 or 3 gathered together. So it's more better to deal with the 2 or 3 than to deal with the individual.
Okay. Okay. So it's more secure.
Deal
that you advise that one should deal with the company, the real estate company, than dealing with an individual. According to you, you said dealing with an individual with that an issue, you can't press charges over that individual.
Yes. And the real estate makes all their dealings public.
Okay.
Not secret, but the individual is secret. So
individual is secret. All right. So real estate make it out. Okay. Now let's look at your own personal experience when it comes to real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that point, I would like to go on a very short break. So go nowhere. We'll be right back shortly. Don't forget, is discovering the gold mine in real estate with the boss of all bosses. See you shortly after the break.
Development is like a wildfire. Nothing can stop it. Today's bush, tomorrow's paradise. Cradle World International new price alert. Cradle Estate Abara is now selling at 650,000 naira per plot. It's a 1-minute drive from the RSU Faculty of Agriculture near Stella Maris University. Features: dry land suitable for investment, event center, well-designed layout, good road network, shopping mall and more. Documentation: deed of conveyance, registered survey plan, no agency fee, no bush entry and no family wahala. Office address: Number 19A Old Aba Road, Caterpillar House, Romamasi, Port Harcourt. Office line 0808-112-3481 or 0810-479-1824. That is 0808-112-3481 or 0810-479-1824. Cradle World International. Today's bush, tomorrow's paradise.
My name is Reverend Dr. Blessed Emmanuel, a pastor with Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion in Diocese of Niger Delta North. I got into contact with Cradle World through the Facebook, and I had to put a call. They booked me for appointment just the following day. When I went there, their services were cute, wonderful. When I saw the size, Cradle Estate, I was moved to pay up. And I took some plots from them, and they did everything but the registration process free. I didn't pay, and it was so wonderful. I think they are very sincere. They are very, very heartwarming. I think I love their service. See the documents here presented. Even before the time, they gave me 2 weeks. Within 1 week, the documents are all ready. So I'm just ready to develop the place. The property now. My conclusion is that people should trust them, and if you need a land, at least near that university, they have a lot, and their services are cute. You will not regret. Thank you.
Now, welcome back from the break. The name to remain Omar J So Alfred, and this is discovering the gold mine in real estate with the boss of all bosses. And right there with us is Apostle Tony Ikalama, of course, our very own first guest, and that makes him so special and so unique. And we are actually looking at how secured is real estate, as secure. And that's the point where Apostle is definitely going to be telling us about his own experience in real estate and when did he started investing in properties when it comes to personal dealings with his life. So, Apostle, we would like to hear your own experience when it comes to the real estate.
Yeah, when it comes to real estate, you know that originally land are owned by natives.
Okay.
Now, by the law of Land Act use of Nigeria, of the nation, now attribute land to be owned by the federal government.
Yeah.
But primarily first to the native, to the indigenous.
Yeah.
So, like we talk about real estate investment or real estate company, they acquire this land from the proper people, the native.
Yeah.
Which is more secured also than an individual going to buy.
Yeah.
Also, you know, if you look at the book of Joshua, he said to Joshua, he said, share this land by lots.
Okay.
By lots. So the native, because I'm trying to go back to origin, to ambiguity. Now, because how does this land acquire? So it's being shared by lots to the families.
Okay.
And in the book of Joshua, he said, the bigger family, give them bigger lots.
Okay.
And the smaller family, give them smaller lots.
Okay.
So portions.
Okay.
And it is in that giving that, if you remember, that Ephraim and Manasseh, which were the two sons of Jacob, which he named after his 12, were also given, they were living as one, as Ephraim and Manasseh, as one tribe.
Yeah.
And when he gave them, they came and said, the land you gave us is small. And Joshua said, you people are strong.
Yeah.
So go over side of the river, across the mountain, and take as much as you want.
Okay.
And that's why you can see why Israel is far away from Britain. And it's after the First World War, when Britain conquered Newfoundland, America now crossed over, which is Ephraim and Manasseh.
Okay.
Now, so all these lands were by lots. And if you get it originally from this primary origin I'm talking about, you find out that you are now more secured. And for you, the individual, you might not be able to have this time to find the history of the land. Okay. But the real estate does. To find out the history of this land they want to invest in. But before you come to invest, the real estate first invest before you come to invest. So if the land is in dispute, they will not invest in the first place. Because nobody wants to lose their money. And I said, real estate, you know, you're asking about the experience. Now, real estate is not a Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
It's not a Ponzi scheme. Just as the name implies, real is real. And I tell people, I said, instead of you to involve in Ponzi schemes, putting your money here and there, no, the best investment, go to real estate and invest your money. Because Ponzi schemes, check how many Ponzi schemes that has failed us in Nigeria. You have the at one time, when you have the MMM, you have a lot of other Ponzi schemes. But MMM was dominating as the leader, as the father of all. And they feel that it cannot collapse. It collapsed. And recently you have NBA. It collapsed. Now, after NBA, there were so many, even to date, so many. And some persons are crying every day, lost their money, lost their money. No, but you cannot lose your money when it comes to real estate.
Wow.
The land is feasible. The land is just fiscal for you to keep growing in it. You don't want to use it now, fine. It's there for you. You want to use it now, it's there for you. But whenever you want to use it, it's appreciative. Now, the Bible talks about land and building. When we look at real estate, we are looking at property or land, or they both put together. That's what we are looking at. So you cannot acquire property and it drops. Over time, let me not lie to you, when you talk about experience, the property is so acquired over time. When economy is not good, we transform it back to money. You know, people think that it's only when you go to Bitcoin or you do this, you can transform to money. No. Your landed property is money.
Wow.
It's money. Just like the bank will tell you that if you have a BG, it's as good as having money. A bank guarantee. You understand? sorry, say a draft. If you have a draft, bank draft, it's good as having money. So also, if you have a landed property, it's as good as having money.
Wow.
You understand?
Okay.
Because you can transform it at any time to cash.
Yeah.
You can liquidate it at any
time.
point in time, which you want.
Okay.
So my experience so far in real estate, I've been able to transform land to money.
You've been able to
transform land to money.
That's
And I've also been able to transform money to land.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's why I say people don't need to invest in Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
Because you can interwove them, land to money, money to land.
Okay.
So what, in a nutshell, I'm trying to give a definition for real estate.
Yeah.
Money to land, land to money. The money comes, transform it to land. At the time when you need money, transform the land back to money. Because even if you build commercials, it still gives you money. It's a land you are transforming back to money. So real estate is all about transformation of cash to asset and asset back to cash.
I think I got that. I think I really got that. Okay, now before we call it a wrap for today, we want to say thank you. You've taught us so much about how secure the real estate is, and of course we appreciate that. Well, we will not take that for granted at all. But before we call it a wrap, there are some persons that always goes they always need a statement like, okay, I cannot buy in an environment that is not developed. Okay, now we're looking at a little bit of land banking. I can't buy a land in an environment that is not developed. Sometimes we say, okay, I need a land in somewhere like, let's say, for example, popular places in real estate. You can say like Omar, you can say like GRA, you can say like this. Now, some persons decide that some persons prefer buying land in those areas than to buy land in an undeveloped environment. Now, not really because they have the money, they don't have the money, but because of the ignorance, they will say, oh, I can't buy here. I want a place where I can buy and build immediately. What are the advantages of buying a bush? And if you've had any experience like that, tell us, have you ever bought a bush before? And what did that bush translate to now in present?
Yes, thank you, Omar J So. Yes, I've never bought a bush. Okay. But I've regrets for not buying a bush.
Okay. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Because when you look at it, you said it's a bush. I know I don't want it. I want where it's ready. But at that point in time, you don't have the money to buy where it's ready. Yeah. Just as you said. So why not start from somewhere? Now, those places I say I have regrets. Today, those places are cities.
Wow.
Are cities. And where maybe I bought, which I chose instead, are still lower in price compared to those bushes I didn't buy. Not more. I'm not talking about 100% increment. I'm about 250 to 300%. So if I should go recall the hand of the clock back, I will not make such mistake. But it's gone. So now the essence, the advantage of buying a bush is this. Even in agriculture, we're taught about bush following. Yeah. So if your finance in your pocket, in your account, is not ready, I know, because what is bush following? Allowing the bush to grow, and you come back after some time to cultivate the land. So if your finance is not adequate, you can allow your finance to follow. And how do you allow your finance to follow? You to buy the bush. So when you buy the bush, it says 3-4 years, it has come up. Even if you don't want it, you sell it above that price you bought it. Yeah. That's the truth of the matter. So your finance can follow. So when your finance is following, it's the bush that is following. It's the land that is following. Now you visit. Now in bush you can visit after 3 years, after 4, after 7 years. You now come back. So you don't tell me that in 7 years' time you come, that land area is still bush. Not in Port Harcourt, not in Lagos, not in Abuja, not in cities like this. So by the time you come back, you find that, as I said, that real estate is real. Whenever you want to transform it back to money, you can transform it back to money with a better increment, which the banks will not give to you.
Whenever you want to transfer it to money, you can actually transfer it to money with a better increment, which the bank cannot give to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, before we call it a wrap for today, what will you advise people that have not started investing in land and properties?
Yes, you see, who said, I'm quoting scriptures. Yes, I'm a minister, I have to quote scriptures. Yes. Now, Hebrews chapter 3, verse 4, it said, man builds but God is the owner and the builder of everything.
Yeah.
Man builds on the land, but God is the owner and builder of everything.
Yeah.
So those of you waiting that God will come down, no, God will not come down. You are the one to invest. You are the one to acquire the property. You are the one to come into real estate. And God will now blow on your expectations.
Wow.
And you'll be able to develop or transform or whatever. Counting on God, depending on God, but you do the needful. The Lord bless us.
God bless us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we've heard it all from Apostle Tony himself talking about how secured is your real estate. How secured is real estate. My name is Omar J So Alfred. And if I must pick any word from him, and this particular one I must not forget, and you too should not forget, is the fact that he said that you can transfer your land to money at any given time with an increment that not even the banking system can give to you. Now he said something. He said real estate is not a Ponzi scheme. He said that. He said real estate is not a Ponzi scheme. Say you can do Ponzi scheme. You can decide to buy any coin in the market you want to buy. You can go into cryptocurrency. You can go into anyone. But he's telling you that above all, real estate is the mother of them all, meaning real estate cannot and will not crash. It's the most secure investment, most secure place you should put in your money. We want to say thank you, Apostle, for coming. We do appreciate your presence, and of course, we're not going to take that for granted. I want to say thank you. And what else do we say? You've taught us so much, and I wish we're going to bring you back on this Real Estate TV anytime soon with another amazing topic, but we're definitely going to inform you when that time comes, and I know that you will not say no to us when that time comes. Please, we'll apologize, and we will keep praying right now so you will not actually say, okay, no, I'm not coming for this one. But we want to say thank you for this one that you've been with us today. We really appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we call it a wrap for today. Don't forget, the safest place for you to put in your money is real estate. Buy the bush today and let it stay and produce wealth for you tomorrow. Sometimes people answer, sometimes you answer, what am I doing? By now, I'm supposed to be that. Apostle said something. He said, I did not buy a bush, but I regretted for not buying that bush. Okay, so Apostle has a lot of properties now, but you, let me tell you, for you not to regret tomorrow for not buying that bush, you better decide to buy that bush today and leave it for years and come back and transfer it to money. And I bet you, according to Apostle, he said not even the bank can give you the return that bush will definitely give to you. See you again next week, Friday, by 10:30, by 8:30 a.m., the same station, the same time. Don't forget, it's the Real Estate TV. And of course, it's discovering the gold mine in real estate with the boss of all bosses. Bye for now.
Development is like a wildfire. Nothing can stop it. Today's bush, tomorrow's paradise. Cradle World International new price alert. Cradle Estate Abara is now selling at 650,000 naira per plot. It's a 1-minute drive from the RSU Faculty of Agriculture near Stella Maris University. Features: dry land suitable for investment, event center, well-designed layout, good road network, shopping mall and more. Documentation: deed of conveyance, registered survey plan, no agency fee, no bush entry and no family wahala. Office address: Number 19A Old Aba Road, Caterpillar House, Romamasi, Port Harcourt. Office line 0808-112-3481 or 0810-479-1824. That is 0808-112-3481 or 0810-479-1824. Cradle World International. Today's bush, tomorrow's paradise.
My name is Reverend Dr. Blessed Emmanuel, pastor with Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion in Diocese of Niger Delta North. I got into contact with Cradle World through the Facebook, and I had to put a call. They booked me for appointment just the following day. When I went there, their services were cute, wonderful. When I saw the size, Cradle Estate, I was moved to pay up, and I took some plots from them. And they did everything but the registration process free. I didn't pay, and it was so wonderful. I think they are very sincere. They are very, very heartwarming. I think I love their service. See the documents here presented. Even before the time, they gave me 2 weeks. Within 1 week, the documents are all ready. So I'm just ready to develop the place, the property now. My conclusion is that people should trust them, and if you need a land, at least near that university, they have a lot, and their services are cute. You will not regret. Thank you.